Madge Networks has just unveiled high-speed token ring for the 21st century in a very successful series of European seminars. This is the Café Royal, London, and here is Vice President and General Manager Mike Wilson making some introductory comments.
I've been involved in token ring probably about 4.5 years now, and I would think in the last 6 to 9 months I have seen a huge change in the whole token ring business. And what we're going to take you through today is one of the major drivers of that change. We've actually seen in the last 6 months a fundamental shift in terms of the user's perception of token ring. Now token ring users have a migration path that gives them their bandwidth requirement, their cost effectiveness, protects their investment, and actually puts a tick in the box in terms of people who selected token ring as being the best technology to supporting the type of multimedia applications that you have going forward. So what we're actually going to do today is take you through a little bit of history. First of all, I'm going to introduce Madge, the company, and we're going to get that out of the way pretty quickly. And then it's really down to the business of token ring and its evolution in the future. We're going to talk a little bit about the history because I think it's important to put token ring and high-speed token ring into context. To understand where token ring and Ethernet came from 10 years ago, why people selected it, and where it was a good solution for particular customer requirements. So we're going to put that in context. Then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the High-Speed Token Ring Alliance. Effectively, under a year ago, all of the major token ring vendors got together and decided that we needed to paint the future of token ring networks out to the 21st century. So token ring networks for the next 5 to 10 years. And this has been a hugely effective group. I don't think that I have been aware of any standards making body that has been able to bring standards to the marketplace in such a short time. It's little under a year. In little under a year, the high-speed token ring standard will be ratified. Indeed, we have demonstrations of high-speed token ring today. So we're going to take you through what the Alliance has done, which is basically an industry look of driving token ring forward. Back about 6 months ago now, they did a survey of users, and they asked them, would high-speed token ring actually make a difference to you? And greater than 46% said it would. Now this is very, very interesting. At that time, the standards for high-speed token ring had been, and the Alliance had been going for about 4 or 5 months. So before the advent of products, with many bad press articles saying, well, it's too little too late, and before the token ring users could really prove that there is a future, even then half of the customers were saying it will make a difference. The following session will take you through how token ring, high-speed token ring fits in your networks going forward. So the issues you have on quality of service, can I do video, voice and data, multi-service network over a token ring architecture? Where does it fit with ATM?
Head of Marketing and Business Management, Simon Gorn.
So just to take a little step back and talk about some of the reasons for token ring in the first place. As you all know, token ring came about in the mid-1980s as a technology, and really it was used as a core technology for downsizing mainframe applications to local area networks. There were basically 5 or 6 reasons why organizations chose token ring above Ethernet at the time. Certainly token ring provided very high levels of reliability, its ability to detect fault conditions, in some cases automatically fix those fault conditions, and certainly report the fault conditions to the network manager was a big plus. And also some advanced capabilities like source routing enabled resilient network designs to be built within mission critical networks. Also, these organizations which were downsizing applications from mainframes onto the local area network typically had very large organizations, maybe 1,000, maybe 5,000 people who needed to be connected to the network. And with so many people, if you don't have management, then maintaining network services would actually be impossible. And again, Token Ring, with its highly intelligent MAC and its inbuilt management functions, was the obvious choice for a lot of organizations at that time. Also, as people were downgrading applications from the mainframe, they were looking for a networking technology that provided the efficiency and the deterministic response times which were prevalent within SNA at the time. And they required a networking technology that can deliver similar sort of efficiency and response times to SNA. And only Token Ring was able to do that. With this token parsing technology, you can actually build Token Ring networks which are highly deterministic and providing maximum levels of efficiency. And as probably most of you know, you can run a Token Ring with 100 users on it up to 99% of the available bandwidth. In contrast, Ethernet typically max out at about 40 or 50% of the available bandwidth. What are Token Ring users basically looking for within the networks? Well, first of all, they're looking for a high-speed LAN backbone infrastructure for connecting switches together. They're also looking for a LAN backbone infrastructure which will allow servers to be connected into the backbone at higher speeds than full duplex Token Ring. They're looking in the long term for some way to connect power users into the network at speeds greater than 16 megabits per second. And they're also looking for some LAN backbone infrastructure which provides connectivity between Ethernet and Token Ring networks. So they're looking for a common backbone infrastructure that will carry both Ethernet frame-based traffic and Token Ring frame-based traffic. What I'd like to do now is invite up Sharon Wilbur.
Thank you, Simon. And it's my pleasure to be here today to speak on an industry level about what the Alliance is doing and what we have in store for you as our customer base. The High-Speed Token Ring Alliance is a cohesive industry voice of the major leading Token Ring vendors. We're dedicated to bringing to market scalable 100 and gigabit Token Ring solutions, which will be based under the 802.5 IEEE standards. We'll be utilizing the University of New Hampshire in the month of July of '98 to do interoperability industry testing. We'll also be using other independent interoperability labs within the industry. The Alliance is very active in working with both Novell, Microsoft, and IBM on the operating system side to ensure that the high-speed Token Ring drivers will be shippable with new versions of their operating system. We're also going to be working with other vendors in the industry to make sure that products such as Lanalyzer products are available when high-speed Token Ring is shipping. The Alliance has a website, which is www.hstra.com. There are currently 3 white papers on the website, and we'll be updating that with future versions of white papers when they're available.
After coffee, high-speed Token Ring was explained in detail by Product Business Manager Jeff King.
Really, our first question that we want to pose is, what is high-speed Token Ring?